All right, everyone, welcome to the Cinematographer's oh, wait, why did I clap in the middle of my sentence? All right, everybody, welcome to the Cinematographer's Monologue. I'm your host, Anthony Limbrick, and I'll also be acting out the monologue for today. So what the Cinematographer's Monologue is that I'm going to pick a random monologue online, then I'll take 5 minutes to try and memorize said monologue, and finally, using my knowledge of cinematography and video editing skills, I will set up my current scene so it looks more cinematic and fits the tone of the actual monologue that I'm doing. Let's see. Today's monologue is gonna be Causing a Scene by, I have absolutely no idea. I want to say it's Joseph Arnone. Anyway, let's get to our initial read-through. I know he's my cousin. I know. You pressure me to hang out with him, but you have no idea what it's like. It's a constant battle and embarrassment. We went to a house party a good friend of mine was throwing, and he ended up getting into a fight with one of my boys. It puts me in a bad spot because he's my cousin, and it was also my good friend, and 9 times out of 10, it's always his fault. I don't want to hang out with him anymore because he's always causing problems. Wherever we go, whatever we do, he's always causing a scene. This is why I don't want to chill out with him as much. Scene. Now, based off my initial read-through, it seems like the main character is talking to an adult figure, and he's really pressed up against a wall right now. So I'd say the first thing I would do is have myself in the first third of the frame, with myself actually facing the edge of the frame, cutting off my looking room. That would kind of symbolizes how my character is facing that brick wall of like he can't get the person to understand that he doesn't want to hang out with his cousin. Secondly, I would, have high contrast in this lighting. It evokes like a darker emotion, like he's actually cutting ties with a family member because they're a bad person. Third, I would also have the camera above eye level looking down on myself because I feel like this will symbolize how, my character doesn't feel empowered right now, like he says, he's between a rock and a hard place, deciding between his cousin or his friend. And that's just a difficult thing to choose. So we're gonna set up the camera angles how I would like them to be, starting now. All right, we're back. So like I said, I put myself in the first 1/3 of the frame, cutting my line of sight off, showing my enclosedness in this situation. Then I took my light, which was about in this area to me, and I shifted it over, as well as took off the softbox in order to increase the intensity. So it's only really lighting this side of my face and having a high contrast over here. Lastly, I have the camera up higher and tilted down so it's looking down on me in a similar fashion as the person that this character is talking to. So they're physically looking down on them. So now I'm going to take the next 5 minutes to try and memorize this monologue, and hopefully I'll get a decent amount of it done. My time begins now. Ah, 3-second mark. Time. All right. So, let's do it. Okay, let's go. And take 2. I know he's my cousin. I know. You pressure me to hang out with him, but you have no idea what it's like. It's a constant battle and embarrassment. We went to a party that a good friend of mine was throwing, and he got into a fight with one of my boys. It puts me in a bad spot because he's my cousin, but also he was a good friend. And 9 times out of 10, it's his fault. That's why I don't want to hang out with him anymore, because no matter what we do or where we are, he's causing a scene. That's why I don't want to chill out with him as much. Scene. So here was my initial breakdown of my performance. 1, it was a little jittery, but at least I was able to get through the whole thing. So I think 5 minutes might be the new basis for these cinematic monologues. 2, I kind of enjoyed the contrast of the video because while I was actually rehearsing, the sun or a cloud or something went over the sun, and it actually, kind of added to it. Um, hmm. Looking back at my performance, I was a little stuttering and nervous. And, that comes with it because I'm out in a public area rather than my room. And then there's also people walking by occasionally because I'm inside of a classroom. But, that's expected. Lastly, leave a comment down below if there's a monologue you'd like me to do, or if there's any critiques that you have for me. If you want me to go more in depth on what lighting equipment or camera or even lenses that I use, let me know. If you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button and the notification icon. Until then, see you until the next episode.